Welcome to our screencast today for how to sign up for an event on the Cascade Pacific Council event and registration system. This is new from one that you are used to known as Double Knot. This is a system called Tentaroo, and you'll find some slightly different ways of handling how to sign up for your events. Today we're going to talk about how to locate events, the different types of events that you can sign up for, and how to sign up and pay for them. Before we begin, let's talk about the types of browsers you use. Google Chrome, Firefox, and Safari seem to work just fine in this program. However, if you're using Internet Explorer, you're going to have some issues. So let me show you. So let's say that you go in, you're going to log in or create an account, which we did in our previous screencast. So let me do that here. You get in here and it says this page requires the latest version of Flash Player. And sure enough, you can come here and click that, install it, and you should be able to run things pretty well. However, my recommendation is to use the other browsers, which are tried and true and work every time because they automatically import Flash. So now let's get here to Google Chrome, and let's talk about how you can locate different events. So first, I would recommend is that you can go to your calendar. On the council calendar, we have events, but let's that are happening and coming up. And when you click on various things, events may pop up, and you'd be able to sign up for them. Let me just, like, for instance, if you go to Chinook District here, let's say just switch the calendar to the Chinook District. This is their page. Sure enough, here is the Webelos Woods, so I click on that, and here is how to sign up and register for their event, along with their contact information and any forms that may be relevant. So there you go. Even a link here to file your tour plan. Alright, so that's one way. The other way, where we keep all of our events, is under the event registration. So you go to Resources and Event Registration, or you can just go www.cpcbsa.org/events. Get you to the same place. You notice here, this is all of our council events that are happening, and they're current, and they're relatively updated on a regular basis. And then the district events are off here on the right, and so this is where we'll load up all the district events that we have signups for. And then training events. So these will be all your district and council level training events will exist here. Another place you can find events is under your districts page. So let's go back under districts, and let's go to Skialoo, for instance, and scroll down to their events page down here. And sure enough, here are events for Skialoo District. Many different ways that you can do that. Also, keep attention for the online Compass Points. You can sign up for our Compass Points here under About Us, and for our website and other informations here. Also, you can look at your hot sheets for a roundtable and emails that come from your district. So let's go ahead and jump right into the different types of events. And so let me jump back here into event registration. So you have events that you register as a unit, and some events that you'll register as an individual. So let's take a look. In some events, you'll register individual names versus individual groups. So let's just jump right in and show what each one of these things are. So first, let's look at a simple form. This one is probably the most basic way. So I pulled the Fort Vancouver IOLS training, and this is what's called a form. Just a simple form. You sign in here and hit submit. It signs you up for things. Most of these will not have a cost to them. Quick, simple, free signups for trainings and other things. However, there may be some that you may be able to do a form with that will have a charge, but it will be one person at a time type of form. So that's one way that you will see that. This doesn't involve logging into our system. Another type would be starting to use our simple form. So let's go back into our event registration page, and let's go to our district events, and let's pull up the Chinook Webelos Woods. So I'm going to go ahead and register for Chinook. It says right here, here's the event. There's register, all the events, things there. So I'm going to click here. If you notice here, this little red dot's not here. That means that chances are you can no longer register for it. And I would contact a person on the event contact at that time. All right. So now it's going to ask me to sign in here. We'll go ahead and sign in as a demo account here. So I have a demo unit. So I'll go ahead and sign in. So here I am signed in as me. And it immediately brings me to Chinook Webelos Woods. Now this gets really confusing to some because on the left here are all the events and options that you can sign up for. Some of them you can sign up for, some of them you can't. And so so don't worry too much about here. If you want to hunt and peck and find what you can sign up for because you're interested, feel free. But most of the time it's best to sign up in the various other ways I described through the calendar and event registration pages. So here we are at Chinook Webelos Woods, and we're just going to register individual people for this event. So I've registered on my account, and my account is logged in with a roster, and it brings me right here to stage 4, event registration. So let's go ahead and we're going to register Billy. Okay, Billy's my Webelos scout, I guess, and we'll just call him a Webelos. Okay, and I create the registration. All right. Now, if you don't hit the save, look what happens. I'm going to go down here and register John as an adult leader parent, and now I'll save him. But look, Billy didn't get registered. You have to hit that save. So let's come up here and add Billy back in. Billy's this. Now, make sure you check your participation type. If you choose the wrong participation type, then you have to delete them and go back and do the right one. So it's really important here to click here and check the right one. We are calling him a Webelo. All right, and save that camper. There you go. And go to the new registration. Let's go ahead. We're going to add Jack Doe, and he is our Boy Scout who's going. We're going to create a registration. He's second class. Add him to my cart. So sure enough, there you have it. What happens if you kind of go here to add a new registration and there's nobody there? The person you want's not there. In this case, it's the youth, and this is the adult. Remember that camper is the same as youth and leader is the same as adult. So he's not there. Well, what you can do is you have to go back to your roster over here. All right, and you can add a new camper or a new youth. So we can add a Ben Jones. All right, and we'll call him a first class scout. We'll give him a date of birth of 2003, and save him. Okay, so there enough. So he shows up here. Now you go back to your event registration, view registration. Where's Ben? And there he is. Hey, there's Ben Jones. So I can add Ben Jones, add him to my list. We'll call him a Boy Scout too. And maybe, oh, that's the wrong. Let's make him a Star Scout. And we're going to save. All right, so now you've got all this stuff, and it's loading up your cart. You can see this little cart up here, and sure enough, number 5 on the list is your cart on the top scroll. So click over to the cart, and there they all are. And off to the right here is where you can enter your Visa and pay. So that is the basics for signing up for an individual registration. All right, let's show what a group registration looks like. Here I've chosen the Eagle Valley Webelos Woods, sure, right up here. And it comes in and it says either start a new or change your registration. So we'll click in here. And this is where you're just going to add the number. So hey, I've got, 3 Boy Scouts and 2 adult leaders coming. So I'm going to save that. Okay. Then I'm going to come up here to my cart and simply I'm going to pay and go. So it's pretty simple. It's a more simple way to go than having to add each individual person to your order. And that's what a group registration looks like. For my next event, I'm going to show you how you can sign up for an event that has a class and also an event that allows you to pay later. So let's go ahead and sign up for this test event under Cast Iron Cook-Off. All right, and I'm going to add a new registration. So let's just go ahead and add Ben. In his case, he's just a youth. So add him in here. And it says, notice up here it says classes. Well, it's over here to the right, there's available classes. Well, let's sign him up. And you just drag it and pull it over. If you have a bunch of different classes over here that span different times, you'll see some different changes. I recommend you look at the University of Scouting webcast and how to sign up for that event for more details on that. But regardless, so that's basically how an event sign up is. You have to drag and drop those over. And now you can sit and add this to your cart. All right. And you go to your cart, and sure enough, here's Ben, and then here's his event. And look, there's no money because none is due now. So now I can come down here and I have to submit my order. Okay, and it's been placed. Now it's sitting here and I have a balance of $10. Now I can deal with that in 2 ways. One, I can select it remember you have to select that cost, and I can generate an invoice right down here. So as I generate the invoice, an invoice will pop up. And sure enough, here's the invoice, and I can print this out and send it into the council office with payment, with a check, or drop it by there, and that's just another way of doing the payment. Otherwise, you can just go ahead and select the event and add a payment later. Select how much you want to pay. Say you can only pay $5 now, you can add that, or $10. But let's just say you want to pay for it all now. So you pay for it all. Add the payment. All right. And now it shows up here in your cart. Oh, you got another thing in the cart. You come over here, add your Visa card, and pay later. So that is how you sign up for an event that has a class, and also how you pay for an event offline. Hopefully you found these screencasts helpful. Hopefully you've seen the screencast and how to sign up on our page and in our system, and also look forward to our screencast on how to sign up for camping events and the University of Scouting.